Hello, I'm Steve, this is Bit of Munch, and in this video, as part of £1 week, I've got this Delicatessen fine eating smoked pork sausage. As you can see, £1 from Poundland. Right, cooked, ready to eat, delicious served hot or cold, see back of pack. Right, we'll do that in a minute. Right, what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to make a pizza. A very, very simple tortilla pizza. I've made a lot of tortilla pizzas over the last few years. I've done videos on a few of them. A couple of them are quite unusual toppings. But yeah, I've made loads of these things because they're just so easy and so tasty. So I've got these tortilla wraps from Home Bargains, which are 95p for 6. These are my go-to wraps now, because once you've opened them, they stay fresh for ages, as long as you seal them up well. And I put, I sort of fold them over, put loads of pegs on it. Yeah, good old pegs, eh? And yeah, they stay fresh for a long time, and they're really soft. Anyway, also, as the pizza sauce base, I'll use my favourite ketchup and a little bit of my favourite hot sauce. And good old Italian seasoning. Oh, and some cheese, of course. That's quite important on a pizza, isn't it? And the cheese I happen to have at the moment is Cathedral City Extra Mature, which, as you can see, is about halfway through. So I'll use some of that. Very simple pizza. Right, this pork sausage. Now this will scare people off immediately. I know it will when I read these ingredients. I'm going to read you all the ingredients on this one, which I don't normally do, but I'm going to on this one. Right, for a start, it says ingredient declaration. It doesn't just say ingredients. Ingredient declaration. Right. Mechanically separated chicken meat, 37%. Mechanically separated pork, 25%. Pork meat, 10%. Pork fat. Pork connective tissue. Potato starch. Water, salt, dextrose, acidity regulators. E330 citric acid. Stabilizers E450 diphosphate. Beef collagen casings, smoke flavouring, herbs and spices extracts, antioxidant E300 ascorbic acid, preservative E250. Yeah, now that kind of puts me off a little bit, but not enough to not try it, because I'm still going to do it. And it gives you a few suggestions on the back here on how to use it. It says, makes a great pizza topping, ideal for barbecues, mixed with vegetables and pasta. So yeah, I'd already decided to use this as a pizza topping before I read the back of the pack. You don't need to refrigerate this, by the way, but I have. It was refrigerated when I bought it, so I just kept it refrigerated. Right, it's ready to eat. It's cooked and ready to eat. So let's try a bit before I make the pizza. See what it's actually like. Right, there it is. Okay, I will pause you a second while I remove it from this wrapper. Right, there's my sausage. Yeah, it smells very smoky. Well, fairly smoky. Before I try it, I have actually tried quite a few products from this brand, Delicatessen Fine Eating. And they're in a playlist, so if you're interested in watching reviews of this sort of thing, then yeah, go and have a look. Right, cut a couple of bits off, including the end bit. So Yeah, it looks a bit dubious, shall we say, highly processed. Oh well, here goes. Fairly salty, fairly smoky. That's all right. The casing is extremely soft. You barely notice it's there. There's not really much to say about it, to be honest. But it's just one of those things that's all right. You know, it's all right. Okay. Oh dear. No, I better I'll carry on with that. I will cut up some of that and make my pizza. I'll bring you back at a couple of points, a couple of stages, just to show you what I'm doing. But you can probably guess what I'm going to do, or you can work it out. It's very simple. So, right, so I put my sauce on there. Hey. Yeah, I put my sauces on there with the Italian seasoning. And the best way to spread this around is use the back of a spoon. So back of a spoon, give it a good old spread around. I'm now going to add the cheese and the sliced up sausage. And possibly a bit more cheese. And then stick it in the oven. And that's how I seal up my packet of tortilla wraps. So that'll go back in the cupboard and that'll last for blooming ages. I mean, when the weather's really hot, I'll stick that in the fridge because otherwise they just go mouldy. But most of the year, with our climate, you just put them in the cupboard and they last forever. Right. I've had a couple of more slices of this sausage while I've been doing that. It's just something you can nibble at. I mean, I could quite easily get through one of them on its own while watching the telly. Right, there it is before it goes in the oven. So, I'll put the cheese on, then the cut up sausage, then a little bit more cheese on top. So, that will go in the oven in a minute. That will take between 10 and 15 minutes. As I said, I've done loads of these things. Because I've always got cheese in the fridge. I've always got, well, nearly always got the wraps. And quite often I've got something to go on there. So some evenings when I think, oh, what am I going to eat? What am I going to eat? You know, I think, just make a quick pizza. Right, some of the products I've tried from this manufacturer are really tasty. This isn't one of them. It's not incredibly tasty. I've still got 4 bits here just to nibble at while it's cooking. Yeah, it's all, as I said just now, it's all right. I'm not sure if I'd rush to buy it again, but we'll find out, you know, when the pizza's done, won't we? There's something else I was going to tell you on here. I don't know what it was. No, don't know. Might bring you back in a minute and tell you what it was, if I find out what it was. I was going to tell you the different ways you can you can cook this. So you can heat it on the hob, and the way you do that is you just remove it from this packaging, but leave it in the inner packaging and stick it in boiling water for 10 minutes. Or you can cut it up like I've done here and fry it for about 6 minutes. Or you can microwave it by removing it from this packaging, piercing the inner packaging, and microwaving it for 1 minute. So it's quite versatile. Now, I know what some of you will be thinking. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, I know. You'll be sitting there thinking, he shouldn't be eating that rubbish. Oh, it's got what is it? Mechanically separated meat. Nah, you shouldn't eat that, mate. It's a load of rubbish. Okay, well you can say that if you want to, but do I care? You know, you'll tell me things like, oh, you should do this, mate. You should do that. I don't know, that sounded a bit like a song, didn't it? You could do this. You could do that. I don't know what song that was. I don't know. It's going to bug me now. Yeah. Okay, it's been in for about 5 minutes. It'll be about another 10 minutes, and I'll bring you back again. This is fun, isn't it? And 15 minutes later, approximately, there it is. There's my, there we go, £1 smoked sausage tortilla pizza. Right, I'm just going to try and get a thumbnail now. This might be a bit tricky. Ah, that'll do. Right. Yeah, about 15 minutes this took. About halfway through, I always turn the baking tray round, and with pizzas, especially something like this where the toppings stick up quite a lot, I'll get a fork, the back of a fork, and just push everything down. But yeah, smells good, smells cheesy. Well, that's about all it does smell of, to be perfectly honest. Let's put that down a minute and we'll try a piece. There we go. So I've got a, it's quite floppy because these slices are quite heavy. Sometimes with these tortilla pizzas I end up sort of folding the slices in half, but here we go. As is quite often the case, when you heat food up, it enhances the flavour. And that's what's happened with this sausage. It's definitely got more flavour. Yeah, it's not going to win any awards for best food of the year, best quality food of the year. Far from it. But is it tasty on a pizza? Yeah. Oh, where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Right. The only problem is with this, the pieces fall off. As you just noticed, because a bit fell on the floor. And I ate it. Because it was only down there for... I never remember what the rule is. What's the rule? The 3-second rule? The 4-second rule? I don't know. Is it a rule? Anyway, back to this sausage. First of all, is it tasty? Yes, on a pizza topping when it's heated up. Do I recommend it? Yes, on that basis. Is it going to do you any good when you eat it? No, of course it's not. Of course it's not. But let's have one more bite and then I'll go and sit down and eat the rest of this. Blimey. This This is a long video, isn't it? Well, if you're still there, thanks for watching. That's what I've been talking about. It says on the packet serves 2. By the time I finish this, I'll have eaten the whole thing and all the other bits. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me for this video. And thanks for sticking with me in general. I really appreciate it. I'm getting more and more subscribers all the time. I thoroughly enjoy doing this, especially a video like this, where I know it's not proper cooking, I realise that, but yeah, where I'm actually sort of producing something. It's great fun. I love it. Right, if you haven't subscribed already, if you watch my videos on a fairly regular basis and you think, yeah, these are quite good, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It don't cost you anything. All you've got to do is hit a button. And yeah, that would be very much appreciated by me. I'll shut up now because we're on, 16 minutes something. Yeah, I'll shut up and I'll go and eat the rest of my pizza. Thanks again.